I'm trying to get a and this is about yesterday's catch. So this is an update, and I'm just gonna let you know that's bad news. Not just for me as a catcher, for all catchers. So once this kind of notification hits, we're gonna get into it. I'm just not seeing people in here yet. I'm just gonna wait for people to come in. Alright, so yeah, did the notification hit? Alright, so first of all, can you hear me? How's my audio? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna probably improve my audio quality with this mic. One moment. Yeah, it's bad news. It's bad news about the case, about the catch. So let me see what we can do here. How does this sound? Is this mic working? Can I just get a mic check? Like, if you notice, like, if this mic is working. All right, nice. So, all right. So let me get my notes. Yeah, this is bad news. It's about the catch I did. First of all, the catch. I'll just say where the catch is. I'm in Illinois right now. It's Oaklawn, Illinois. It's spelled like Oak and Lawn, just as it would sound. And before I even kind of get into it, the Oaklawn police did everything they could, just as much as I could. They fought just as hard as I did. There was periods of time where, like, I was waiting at the police station for a long time, and what that means is they were working very diligently on the case. And, you know, they told me in a very kind of defeated way what the news was. So I'm just saying that, the issue is definitely not on the police. The police did an amazing job, and they really fought as hard as they could. So the bad news is the current position of the state attorney is to not be able to charge him, not because of the evidence, but because of the fact that I'm not a trained police officer. They're basically kind of categorizing me as a vigilante, and they don't take vigilante cases. Now, obviously, I'm not a vigilante. Nonviolent Citizens Against Predators. I never claimed to be anything more than a citizen. I never apply any authority that I don't have. I never claimed to be a police officer. So that's the position of the state attorney right now. But the police, actually, they kind of assisted with this. So, like, again, they want to fight it just as hard as me. There's actually going to be a court hearing that I'm going to show up to. I'm going to make it. I think I'm probably going to do like a boomerang trip. I'm going to go back to Mass, come back here. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to go to court on November 7th to challenge this case. And actually, I'm going to go back to Indiana and come back in a couple days, because I'm gonna FOIA. I guess I'm gonna FOIA, as it was explained. I need to FOIA, like, what assistant district attorney it was that took issue or took that stance, and based on the evidence, and challenge it. So that's an important part of the process. So that's where we're at right now. So in a couple days, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna come back here, and I'm going to, you know, get the FOIA, get the ball rolling, and then eventually I'll be prepared for court on the 7th to come back, I guess in the same area, to challenge the case, because it's the police's response and or police's position and my position that, how are you not going to take the case when you have all this evidence? That's exactly what was said. He admitted to everything on camera, the predator. So this is going to be fought. So it's not over. It's not even close to over. It's going to be fought. And in the event, even after a judge reviews it, so basically it's like the judge would kind of counter and kind of check, kind of do the judicial process. Why isn't this getting prosecuted with all the evidence? So it's going to be. So for me, the court hearing is going to be. I don't know if it's like a public thing, so I don't want to give too much information, but I'll just say it's November 7th, 2025 this year. Yeah, and I'm just gonna do everything I can to make sure I show up. So that's the situation. That's where we're at. And in the event, let's say they don't take the case, as much as MVCAP is a journalistic kind of organization or a movement to just catch online predators. It's a political movement. So whenever it's the district attorney or the state attorney or whatever it is that isn't, taking the case when there's a sufficient amount of evidence for it, we need to call them out by name and challenge why they are in office and apply political pressure as citizens. That's our that's what we're here for. And sometimes it's beyond that. If it's an issue with the laws, then we challenge the laws, but we never give up. So that's where we're at. I just got the news. But yeah, so I actually had my decoy phone with them for a couple days, and was sitting in the lobby for a while at the police station as they, worked hard on the case. So this case had a lot of evidence to it and was, diligently worked on, I'll just say. So that's just kind of an update to what is the response. So yeah. So I don't really have much more to say. I think I'll just kind of end it here. But yeah, the issue is the case is not, as it stands right now, the position of the state attorney is to not accept the evidence based on categorizing me as a vigilante. So that's where we're at. You agreed, things can change quickly and often do. Yeah, so that's really what we got to do. We got to stay in the fight. That's where we're at. I'm gonna make sure I do my part, and then hopefully afterwards we can bring some awareness to the issue. So that's really it. I want to kind of keep this short and like a quick message just to relay what kind of happened. So that's I'm actually gonna end it off right here.